Today on Maysville, Kentucky, Simple Living, we get to try a new toy out flying today. Can't wait to hook these wires to the camera so you can actually hear what's going on in the cockpit. So if you like what you see, hit that little subscribe button right down in the corner. I'm going to bring you more of this small town fun. Maysville, Kentucky, Simple Living. As we journey through life together, when you have the opportunity to spend time with your son, doing pretty much anything that you both like together, you take full advantage of it. On this trip, it's going to be the first time I get to use special cables hooked to the cameras so you can actually hear what's going on in the cockpit.
Alright. Is that okay? Alright. Wait for this engine to warm up a little bit. I'm going to try out these new cables. How it works on this old camera. This ought to be pretty cool, taking off from a grass strip up here in Ohio. With 16 to 18 mile an hour gusty winds, this is going to be a fun trip back to home.
Yep. Well, we were letting the engine warm up. We were also letting the GPS acquire its satellites. Now that it's acquired the satellites, we can put in our course to get back home, with KFGX being the identifier. So we just punched it in a GPS, and it'll draw me a straight line between here and there. One of the concerns we have coming out of a grass strip is, especially ones you don't know. Thankfully, I know Dan keeps really good care of this one, but you're worried in general about mole holes or anything that your nose tire could drop into and cause damage. So once you start moving, you want to try to keep moving as best you can. We'll get everything set up before we move. So while we're sitting here, going to go ahead and do the run-up.
How long is this grass strip? This is almost 3,000.
I think it's about 2,400 foot.
2,400 foot.
I'm not entirely sure. I know it's long enough.
It sounds like all the cylinders are hitting pretty good.
Yeah, everything sounds good. So we'll get out of here.
I guess we're going to take a little ride here. Aren't we to take a little, up another couple hundred foot to be sure we got plenty of...
Yeah, with it being grass, we want all the runway available, especially wet grass. Now, normally when taxiing and taking off from a soft field, you'd want to use as little brake as possible. Unfortunately, I have to use the brakes to make this turn.
Yep.
The second thing we're going to do, it's already been done, but I've got 10 degrees of flaps. As we're rolling down through here, as we said earlier, we want to avoid the possibility of that nose gear dropping into mole holes. So I'm going to try to hold this nose off as we roll down through here.
Here we go. Let's go for it.
And we're also going to rotate, get it off the ground as quick as possible. And we're going to lower the nose back down into ground effect to gather up speed. And then we'll climb out the rest of the way.
Just about off the ground, aren't we?
Yep, we're off the ground. Now, come on, airplane. There we go. We're off the ground. We've got the speed built up. So now we'll just climb out like normal. That's the fun part about gusty winds, is sometimes that extra little gust will help you. Will help you with extra lift, and when the gusts disappear, so does your lift. That's why we got off the ground and then we dropped back down a little bit, because we had lift and we lost lift. Well, unfortunately, as I said on the way up here, those winds were 285-ish. That's a quartering headwind-ish right now. Almost a direct crosswind, so we're not moving as quick as I'd hoped.
Outrun that 18-wheeler down there?
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard to do.
Yeah, he's running 60 mile an hour. We're running how much? 80?
We're doing 91 knots, so that's
traffic not available.
About 110-ish miles an hour.
110?
No, actually, I'm sorry, it's about 100 mile an hour.
Well, it is a puppy ride home, that's for sure.
And it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I figured it'd be a little worse than this too, but it's turned out to be not too bad.
No, still probably not going to fly with any students today. But
I probably wouldn't either. And a little bit too bumpy for them.
we're going to stay at 2,000. We don't have a reason to get up higher, and the higher we go today, the more winds we're going to have.
Fleming Maysville Airport. Automated weather observation. 1630 Zulu weather. Wind 280 at 15 gust 19er. Visibility 10. Clear below 12,000. Temperature 9er Celsius. Dew point -2. Altimeter 3027.
Use caution for surveyors operating near the runway and taxiway.
All right. Going to be a sporty little landing. Shouldn't be too terrible, I hope. But we'll just see how well I can do. Yeah, they give the wind speed in knots, but if we convert it to mile an hour, I think we got to multiply it by 1.15. So 15 knots is about 17 knots of wind. It said gusting to 19, so that's about 21 miles an hour of wind. So the wind direction was 280, so that means we've got 30-degree deflection. So we should have, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 knots crosswind, something like that.
So are you wanting to go in on 7 or 2.5?
We go in on 2.5. We want to take off and land into the wind.
Okay, well I realized that, but I wasn't sure which way the wind was blowing.
It was 280.
Okay, so
Wind direction was 280 at 15, gusting 19. A lot of similarities.
That's how we used to gauge the Ohio River when we went boating, is use a little boy and girl. And Sandy,
I know.
With Sandy being a little girl, she would, we would gauge those power plant smoke, and we'd go, oh, it's going to be a rough one after today, or it's going to be smooth.
Base traffic, Skyhawk 432 to Quebec, 7 miles to the north, 2,000 feet over the river. We'll be inbound for landing runway 25, Fleming Base.
Oh, downtown Maysville. Walked those streets for years down there. Ooh. See that Crown's parking lot down there? Breslin Warehouse right there on Lexington Street. One down Union Street there that Jerry Lonergan owns now. Recognize all that. Yeah, it was part of the old route they used to carry.
Georgetown traffic, Jet USA 27.
2nd Street.
4 miles to the west, inbound landing 21. Georgetown traffic.
2nd Street and Wood Street, right down there. Part of Wald Manufacturing, bicycle parts.
I guess I'm good to go be Mr. Miyagi's student now. Caught the fly.
Yeah. Right there. That's pretty cool. Now we're looping around and hitting
All right, just keep the camera over there for just a second, just to get them a better view. We can actually take that little clip and put it on a phone and send it out there, get you a zoomed in version real quick.
Georgetown traffic, Jet USA 27.
All right.
Final runway 21, Georgetown.
Any helicopter traffic?
He's doing power line, he says. The power lines are right over there.
Yeah, so he's not going to be in our...
Hopefully he shouldn't be anywhere near us. He said he was 6 to the west, so he should be getting closer, but he's listening just like I'm listening.
Airspeed's what, 90?
85 right now. Fleming traffic 432 to Quebec, turning final, 25, full stop, Fleming Mason. Just a little quick, take some of that power out and bring the nose up, slow down.
Fleming Mason, helicopter Lima Hotel. We are now at 1.9 to the east, and we do have the Cessna traffic on final for Fleming Mason.
He sees us, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
I don't know
behind
where
us.
he's at.
He's behind us.
As he sees us, so that's good. I don't see him, but...
Yeah, as I said, he's behind us.
All right, 80 mile an hour airspeed?
Yeah, I want to get it down a little bit closer to 75, but keep a little extra speed because of the wind, and I just know the local effect of this little dip right here is going to suck us down just like it's doing right there.
A 5,000-foot piece of blacktop in front of us.
Yep, and we don't need hardly any of it.
Oh.
Alright, we're down here. We'll level the powerhouse. We're just going to float. Try to touch that right wing down first. Nice and easy. There we go.
Wow, that's a textbook landing for high winds. Wow, pretty awesome, Randall. It looked like you took it right out of a textbook. Don't even need to take a third of the runway. That's pretty cool.
Nope, we landed and stopped in less than 1,500 feet. Including a little sightseeing detour. That was 30-minute flight time. Alright. Avionics are going off.
That was a pretty cool flight.
You're welcome.
We're back now for a nap. Love flying out of those grass fields. That's pretty cool. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.